Hey, I can do video blogs.
Good day, and welcome to another episode of Jimmy Jaunt.
So on today's ride, we met at the Circle K Shell station, and as I was pulling up to go get gas, I saw that Joe was backing his bike up into the parking spot, and after I filled up with gas, I pulled over to the side, and by that time, Robert had his bike parked, and we were ready to go. So everyone else showed up. We started heading out, Robert behind me, and about six people in front of me. So we had a group of 8 today, and headed out on head west, and we were going to go to almost all the way to the coast and have some lunch at Riverside Crab House. So we got out a ways, and there was a dead animal in the middle of the road. I don't know why everyone went left. Usually if it's in the center like that, you can wave one side or the other. But everyone went left, so I went right. I got to be different. And we headed out, got into around some lakes, heading up towards the forest, and found some nice curvy roads. It was a pretty good day. Sunshine was out, very little cloud cover, and temperatures started out a little cool and ended up getting up to about 85, almost 90 by afternoon. So it worked out pretty well that I could ride without having to put any winter gear on, and then by midday, probably 11 o'clock or so, shed a layer of the warmer clothes. And Robert and I got stuck at a light, so you can see the group up ahead. At the gas station on the left was actually Jeff's group with the Oviedo motorcycle riders, which I normally ride with, but we just happened to be going the same path. We saw them earlier as we were pulling out of the gas station. They were pulling out, and then at this time we were stuck at the light, and sure enough they were pulling out too. Now on this ride, we left one of the gas stations and headed down the road, and a boogie board flew out and just about got me. You can see that right there. It was a light object, but it kind of looked like a ironing board coming at me. And I don't know what Robert was doing here, but he was getting a little antsy. He looked like he was coming up on me, and I slowed down because they were braking, and I don't know whether he noticed that they were stopping or what, but he flew past me and then realized he needed to stop or slow down. And they're Stump Knockers. That's a good place to go eat. I don't know why they weren't open yet. I think we went by about 10:30. They should have been open around 11. But we ended up getting into town and went by the old sugar mill. But we got into the town and wound our way through the old part of the city and headed over to the restaurant where they do some scallop diving or scallop harvesting. I guess it would be diving. And one of our other riders had gone out there before and done that, so it looked like it would be fun, but I don't know when he does that or when the season is, but I guess it gets pretty busy down here. But we all got pulled into the little parking space and went across the street and had our lunch and watched the monkeys on Monkey Island. There's probably about 5, maybe 8 monkeys out on the little island, and you can view them from the balcony of the restaurant as you're dining. You can sit out there and watch the monkeys play on the island. So on the way back, we were heading down one of the roads to Ozello Trail, and Robert wanted to zip up ahead, so I followed him, and we took the windy road out to Ozello. This is a fun little road. About the only thing to watch out for is the center markers, and the side markers, when they exist, are painted over maybe about 8 times, so there's probably almost a good 1/4 inch of paint on there, and if you hit that you can definitely feel it. But had some fun, went through the shaded area alongside the swamp, or went along the waterway of the Gulf and found some nice windy roads. So I was playing catch up to Robert. And here we went all the way down to the end of the road, and there's a little road boat ramp out there, and I pulled in and stopped off at one of the picnic tables off on the right there, and as we were heading out, I saw that there was a little vacant home or land, so I went through there just to kind of see what was back here, and it looked nicely graded, so I figured there had to have been an old abandoned house, and sure enough there was off on the left there. And I looked off to the right, and I did find what looked like what was left of a driveway or a path to get out to the main road. So I just continued down that road or that path and came out on the dirt road, which looped back around to the tar. And then it was time to head out, so I took the lead and had Robert behind me, and got to go on the twisties again, only him following me. So we got done, had our fun, got some gas, and started heading back towards the east, get back in our direction towards home. And of course, as you know, all roads lead to Yalaha, so we stopped off, had our coffee. I actually had a strawberry rhubarb strudel, my favorite, and had some good times talking, and then we all went home.
So, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch the other videos that I produce. Alright, thank you, and have a great day.